Putting all my trust in you, 'cause you know it's best for me to lead a blissful life, a life with no more strife. I can't believe the things I do, just to spend a little time with you. Nothing will compare, I know you will take care.
You're always showing us compassion. Your love is endless like an ocean. Nithyananda, Nithyananda. My life's become a meditation. Ever since we had a deep connection. Nithyananda, Nithyananda. Oh, every time I see you, my consciousness expands.
Oh,
My heart begins to dance. And every time I
when I think of you,
I just start to melt. So much beauty to be felt.
Dedicated your entire life to waking us up inside to the truth of who we are, whether you are near or far. You're showering us constantly, and you listen so patiently, no matter how much time it takes, even when we make the same mistakes.
Pure light is radiating. Your words are so intoxicating. Nithyananda, Nithyananda. Your truth is always resonating. We'll forever be celebrating. Nithyananda, Nithyananda. Oh, every time I see you, my consciousness expands. My heart begins to dance.
Heart begins to
And
dance.
every time I think of you, I just start to melt.
I just start to
So much beauty
melt.
to be felt.
Oh, thank you for everything you do, for guiding us to be like you, revealing all that we can do. I would be lost without you. Such graceful movements, it's like you fly. Your form is pleasing to my eyes. Sometimes I just can't help but cry, because you happened in my life. Every time I see you, I just expand.
Nintendo.
Every time I think of you,
I just start to melt. So much beauty to be felt.
every time I see you,
My heart begins to dance.
my heart begins to dance.
Every time
I think of you,
I start to melt.
to
So much beauty to be felt.
Nithyananda, Nithyananda. Nithyananda, Nithyananda.
Nithyanandoham, Nithyanandoham. Shivoham, Shivoham. I'm looking at my troubles face to face. Been given the power of creating a space. I think Om Shivoham. I say Om Shivoham. There's something I just can't deny. I close my eyes and I feel like I'm about to fly. I think Om Shivoham. I feel Om Shivoham. Being lost in the mind, spent so much time, but I don't care, I just wanna share the feeling. Om Shivoham. The fire Om Shivoham. The heart lines I've drawn dissolve around me, and now I can be free. Nithyanandoham, Nithyanandoham. I am eternal bliss, I am formless. Shivoham, Shivoham. Causeless and spaciousness, we are in oneness. Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. Nithyanandoham, Nithyanandoham. Advaita Satyam, Nithyanandoham, Nithyanandoham. Shivoham, Shivoham. I've been looking everywhere, but finally I realize it's always been inside of me. I hear Om Shivoham, I see Om Shivoham. Life passes by in the blink of an eye, but now I know I'm not afraid to die. I feel Om Shivoham, can't help but feel Om Shivoham. Being lost in the mind, spent so much time, but I don't care, I just wanna share the feeling. Om Shivoham. The fire Om Shivoham. The heart lines I've drawn dissolve around me, and now I can be free. Shivoham, Nithyanandoham, Nithyanandoham. Advaita Satyam, Nithyanandoham, Nithyanandoham. Shivoham, Shivoham. I used to feel so far away, hard to look in the mirror each day. Oh, but no more. Whoa, I feel you, and every time I turn away, something pulls me back to stay. With you, with you. Nithyanandoham, Nithyanandoham. I am eternal bliss, I am formless. Shivoham, Shivoham. Causeless and spaciousness, we are in oneness. Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. Nithyanandoham, Nithyanandoham. Advaita Satyam, Nithyanandoham, Nithyanandoham. Shivoham, Shivoham. Nithyanandoham, Nithyanandoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. I'm looking at my troubles face to face. Been given the power of creating a space. I think Om Shivoham. I say Om Shivoham. There's something I just can't deny. I close my eyes and I feel like I'm about to fly. I think Om Shivoham. I feel Om Shivoham. Been lost in the mind, spent so much time, but I don't care, I just wanna share. Shivoham, the fire Om Shivoham. The hard lines I've drawn dissolve around me, and now I can be free. Nithyanandoham, Nithyanandoham, I am eternal bliss, I am formless. Shivoham, Shivoham, causeless and spaciousness, we are in oneness. Shivoham, 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 Nithyanandoham, Nithyanandoham, Advaita Satyam, Nithyanandoham, Nithyanandoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. I've been looking everywhere, but finally I realize it's always been inside of me. I hear Om Shivoham, I see Om Shivoham. Life passes by in the blink of an eye, but now I know I'm not afraid to die. I feel Om Shivoham, can't help but feel Om Shivoham. Being lost in the mind, spent so much time, but I don't care, I just wanna share the feeling Om Shivoham, the fire Om Shivoham. The hard lines I've drawn dissolve around me, and now I can be free. Nithyanandoham, Nithyanandoham, I am eternal bliss, I am formless. Shivoham, Shivoham, causeless and spaciousness, we are in oneness. Shivoham, 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 Nithyanandoham, Nithyanandoham, Advaita Satyam, Nithyanandoham, Nithyanandoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. I used to feel so far away, hard to look in the mirror each day. Oh, but no more. Whoa, I feel you. And every time I turn away, something pulls me back to stay. With you, with you.
Nithyanam, everybody, we have another few seconds to begin. Welcome all. We welcome all the Paramashiva Sena participants. Welcome everybody. Nithyanandam, please settle down. We have another few seconds to begin. Request every one of you to please settle down. All the Kailasa Vasis, all the Adina Vasis, I request all of you, please assist the participants to settle down. Let's all sit straight, the head, neck and spine in a straight line. Inhale and exhale deeply. Bring your hands in front of your heart, the Anjali Mudra. Let us now begin with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Continue. Keep your eyes closed. Inhale and exhale deeply. Inhale and exhale deeply. Please keep your eyes closed. Visualize how you want your entire day to be. For the next 30 days, the Nithyananda Yoga, the 2 hours that we will be spending with ourselves, is the time with Swamiji to prepare our body to receive the initiations, the powerful initiations that Swamiji will be giving every one of us. So every day, we are going to begin our day with the yoga. So once again, I welcome all the Nithyananda Yoga participants who are participating now from around the world, and the Paramashiva Sena participants, specifically in Antigua and Barbuda and in Kashi, joining us. Welcome every one of you. So before we enter into the yoga for today, let's learn a little about the Nithyananda Yoga. Okay, so there are multiple different things that we do. So how many of you do the Nithyananda Yoga at your home? Can you all raise your hands? Those of you who do the Nithyananda Yoga at your home, can you raise your hands? Okay, so there is one huge set of people. Okay, for how many of you this is the first time you are doing Nithyananda Yoga? This is the first time. Can you raise your hands? Those who feel this is the first time you're doing it. Okay, so there's a few. Okay, so you have been doing it regularly. Can you all raise your hands? You're during some programs, but you all raise your. Okay. Okay, wonderful. All of you can drop your hands. So we have everyone, right? So I can assure you one thing. The Nithyananda Yoga that we will be learning and we will be practicing during the Paramashiva Sena program is going to be unlike what you have done at your home or what you have done in the various programs that were conducted earlier. Okay, so this is going to be a practical experience. We have the acharyas on the ground. We will demonstration of acharyas doing it from Vinyasa Krama. Okay, so there are multiple levels of the Vinyasa Kramas which are there. We have the Prathama Vinyasa Krama, Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama, and Tritiya Vinyasa Krama. So first 108, 208, and then 508. So all of these we will be going throughout the entire 30-day period and going through the various components of the Nithyananda Yoga. So that is where the whole details come in. Now, before we jump into what is Nithyananda Yoga itself, there are a few things that we all need to understand. See, many of us know Patanjali as the one who gave yoga to the world. But 60,000 years before Patanjali, thousands of years before even Patanjali happened and gave the yoga, Paramashiva himself revealed the yoga in the Agamas. And that is what Swamiji is reviving for each and every one of us. And what Paramashiva reveals is called as Sashtanga Yoga. What Patanjali reveals is Ashtanga Yoga, which has 8 dimensions of yoga about 3000 years before that Patanjali consolidated and presented to the whole world. But before this, 60,000 years before Patanjali, Paramashiva himself reveals this. And this is one of the authentic and the most original scriptures on yoga. And Paramashiva has given multiple agamas with the details on yoga. So we all need to understand one thing, that what we are doing here today, yoga is a multi-billion-dollar industry. As we all know, just the last month, we celebrated the International Yoga Day that is declared throughout the world. So yoga has become a multi-billion-dollar industry currently. But the roots of yoga are unfortunately cut off, not just forgotten, cut off from the source. So here we are reviving, Swamiji is reviving the yoga from its most authentic source, which is the Nithyananda yoga. So this is not a new invention. It is the authentic revival of the original source scriptures on yoga. So these are some of the basic things that we all need to understand, because only when we know what we are going through, we will understand how much of authenticity and energy that Swamiji has put for reviving this for each and every one of us. And the most important truth, yoga is from Hinduism. Today, there may be so many different types of yoga, water yoga, goat yoga, beer yoga, all kind of yogas are there. But all of those, not just, they are not trying to improvise yoga in any way. It is only diluting the yoga in the worst way possible for the people and rebranding it for making money and other gains. But yoga is not just a science or a methodology to stay strong, to stay flexible. No, those are the side effects. But yoga itself is for enlightenment. It is not just the science of having being healthy. It is the science of being able to radiate that oneness with Paramashiva, being able to radiate enlightenment. So when you do yoga, naturally you will feel powerful, you will feel active. But the most important thing you'll understand is that your body is prepared to radiate that enlightenment that Swamiji will be instilling into every one of us during the entire Paramashiva Sena program. Any kind of mental blockages, patterns that are there, when you push your body through it, you will see that your mind automatically loses power over you. And Swamiji's initiations directly make an impact, a long-lasting impact, permanent impact in every one of us. So this path of yoga is directly the methodology that Swamiji is giving for every one of us to experience enlightenment, not just health, but enlightenment itself. And as I mentioned earlier, Paramashiva reveals these in the Agamas. The Veda Agamas are the source scriptures of Hinduism. Vedas are like the pure science, and Agamas are the applied science, where Paramashiva reveals all of these Yoga Pada in the Agamas. So now we are actually going forward to understand why Nithyananda Yoga. What is so special about Nithyananda Yoga in comparison to the others? While we understand that yes, it is authentic, it is from the source, how does it directly benefit us? We need to understand whatever we are doing here, Swamiji has authenticated it through multiple levels of pramanas or evidences. These are what are called as the pramanas, the evidences of truth. Now, if somebody says, let's say some person outside having a yoga studio and has X number of experiences and all of that. Now, what is the guarantee that you are going to get the same experience that he has? Absolutely no guarantee, unless it is authenticated through these multiple levels of pramanas. That is where we all need to know these basics. See, these are fundamentals. Before we enter into the yoga itself, it's important for all of us to understand a few basics about the Nithyananda Yoga, because what we are doing is from the source. So unless we know it, we will not know how to do it in that way. So listen, participate, and understand. Okay. So the first and foremost is the Shastra Pramana. Now the Shastra Pramana is actually the scriptural reference where Paramashiva reveals in the Agamas and the Vedas. So those are the Shastra Pramanas. The original scriptural references are the Shastra Pramanas. Then we jump into the Apta Pramanas. Now, what are Apta Pramanas? Apta Pramanas are the experiences of the various enlightened masters, the rishis, the siddhas, the munis, the incarnations, all of those who have experienced the same in their life. This is the Apta Pramana. Next comes the Atma Pramana. Atma Pramana is the direct experience of Swamiji himself, where in Swamiji's own life, how Swamiji radiated the enlightenment signs, how right from the young age, Swamiji's gurus prepared Swamiji's body to manifest all these extraordinary powers. So Swamiji's own experiences are the Atma Pramanas. And then finally, we have the Sakshi Pramanas, where each and every one of us, when we get initiated by Swamiji, when we do the Nithyananda Yoga, the experiences that we have, all these four put together, Shastra Pramana, Apta Pramana, Atma Pramana, and Sakshi Pramana, all of these four put together authenticate every single thing that we are doing, because now not just one evidence but all four of that authenticated. So you can be very sure when Swamiji is telling, when Paramashiva reveals yoga is for enlightenment, you can be sure it is for enlightenment, because it has gone through all these four levels of verification and authentication. Then only Swamiji is providing it to each and every one of us around the world. Now, there are 12 components of the Nithyananda Yoga. So till here, we understood the basics about the yoga. So from here, we are going to be understanding the 12 different components of yoga. See, most of us only know about asana. When we look at yoga, we know asana. At the maximum, we may think about pranayama. That is the maximum we know. But there are 12 different components that Paramashiva reveals in the agamas. So we are going to be using all of those 12 components whenever we do the Nithyananda Yoga. Let's go over what are these 12 components. We're also going to be doing it along as we. So the first component that we are going to be looking at is going to be the asana. So this is the most fundamental aspect of yoga. The most widely discussed topic is asana. Now, what exactly is asana? Is it sitting? Is it movement? What exactly is it? See, Paramashiva reveals about asana in the most authentic form. Asana is the position that allows your body and mind to come to a state of restful awareness. Please listen carefully. Asana is you getting into a state, allowing your body to enter into a state of balance and restful awareness. Now, let's all do this together. All of you sit in a position where you are undisturbed. No thoughts, no restlessness. We all need to understand there are two differences. Sitting comfortably is different. Sitting in a space where you are unclutched, undisturbed, and in restful awareness is different. Maybe in your language, sitting comfortably for some of us might be sitting with a slouched back, but that is not going to keep us in restful awareness. So let us all sit in the position, maybe in Padmasana, Ardha Padmasana, Vajrasana, sitting cross-legged, either position. All of you sit in a position which allows you to stay unclutched in just a balanced, without any disturbance, just a subtle space with ease in yourself. Just sit. When you're sitting in a balanced position, you do not move around, you do not have the necessity to think about something else. You are just there, just sitting. Just inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Slowly open your eyes. Now, how many of you were able to sit in that space where you were just able to sit with yourself? There's no need, you don't have to think about anything, you don't have to worry about anything, you don't have to do anything. You are just there. How many of you were able to enter into this space? Can you raise your hands? Wonderful. You can drop your hands. Yes. So this is what is asana. Please understand, this is what is asana. Now, what we did here, just for a few seconds right now, is we were just there with ourselves. Now, when Paramashiva reveals the various different asanas which are there, each of those unlock and connect us with a higher dimension of ourselves. Please understand. Let's say when we're all going to be practicing some things like standing on our head, for example. When you are performing a headstand, your body connects to the cosmic geometry. There is a difference between you sitting comfortably in a slouched manner and just sitting there versus you sitting in a way which connects you to Paramashiva. So what these asanas do is to directly connect us with these higher experiences with Paramashiva, with Swamiji. So that is asana. That is where asana comes in. Asana is the posture or the position that allows the body and mind to come into a state of balance and restful awareness. You will see when you do many asanas, you will completely forget your mind. There will be no mind at all because you're completely engrossed into doing it. So this here is asana. This is the first and foremost component, most widely described, and literally people think yoga is asana. That's it. But no, yoga is the first component of asana. So now we are going to move over to the second component. The second is going to be the pranayama. Now, what exactly is pranayama? Pranayama is a term that refers to the breathing process. When we inhale and exhale, there are various different types of inhalations and exhalations. Please understand, your breath is actually only a vehicle for the prana. Please listen carefully. We are all alive today, right? Now, why are we alive? What actually gives us the energy? What actually is the life force? That life force is called as prana shakti or prana. Now, the breath that is going in, the air that you inhale and the air that you exhale, is a carrier, a vehicle for this prana shakti to go in and come out. So the air that you breathe is an instrument through which the prana enters your body and gives you that energy. Now, when we perform the various different types of pranayamas, which is the various different types of breathing techniques, we are able to increase this life energy in us. Now, when life energy increases, it directly reflects in every way, not just the physical health. You're able to have mental clarity. You're able to slow down the aging process. You're able to get rid of diseases. You're able to increase the energy with which you function throughout the entire day. You're able to think with clarity. So there are multiple different levels where when we perform the pranayama, the various breathing techniques that are described by Paramashiva, we're able to experience all of these higher states of consciousness itself. So now we are going to be performing a simple pranayama, okay? A simple breathing technique that we're all going to perform. All of you sit straight first. Please sit straight. We're going to inhale deeply. Bring your awareness to your breath. Close your eyes. Inhale and exhale. Now, you're going to bring your awareness to your breath. You're going to visualize the breath in going in all the way from your knees. So inhale as deeply and as slowly as possible. As slowly as possible. In a controlled manner, inhale and then slowly exhale. Repeat the same. Now, let us bring our hands in front of us. So we are going to be placing our right thumb on our right nostril. We're going to perform a simple pranayama. Bring your right thumb to your right nostril. So once you do this, you're going to inhale through your left, and then you're going to hold the breath and then exhale through your right. And then once again, inhale through your right, hold the breath as you lock your nostrils with your fingers, and then exhale through your left. Now, we're going to do this slowly, and we're going to do as deep as possible, hold as long as possible, and exhale as slowly as possible. Let us start. Inhale through your left. Hold the breath. And then slowly exhale through your right. Now inhale through your right. And hold the breath. Hold it as comfortably as possible. And then exhale. Let's repeat it again. Inhale through the left. Hold the breath inside. Try to hold it as long as you can. And then exhale through the right. One last time. Inhale through the right. And lock the breath. Hold it there. As long as you can, sit straight and hold the breath. And then exhale through the left. And slowly relax. Yes. So how many of you felt a difference in your breathing pattern? How many of you felt that your system by nature, we didn't move around, we didn't do anything? How many of you felt heat generating within your system, your body becoming warmer? Can you raise your hands? Please raise your hands if you felt that your body by default, just by the breathing, is becoming warmer. Yes, great. Drop your hands. That is the power of pranayama. Pranayama has the power where without even moving anywhere, Swamiji very beautifully tells, just through pranayama, you can build muscles. You can build muscle, you can lose fat, just through pranayama itself. So the prana, when we are able to direct it, see what we did here is a very simple pranayama. Like these, there are several types of pranayamas that are there, which we will be doing along with the asanas. With various different asanas, there are various different pranayamas that we will be performing. So the whole yoga itself is designed to give us that super conscious breakthrough. So that is pranayama, the second component. Now we are going forward to the next component. The next component that we are looking at here is the mudra. Now, what exactly does the mudras mean? The mudra, literally the word in Sanskrit means sealing, seal, okay? Where when you position your hands or your fingers in a certain way, what happens is this prana shakti that enters into you during the pranayama actually gets logged. We are holding that prana shakti, that energy within our body. So you're going to hold it in different positions at different times. So what happens is the prana retains in your body for a much longer period, thereby giving you a much powerful experience. So mudras are a psychophysical process and they help you to move forward with your asanas and pranayama, taking us to a higher state of consciousness. As I mentioned earlier, yoga is not just about your physical wellness, but it is about your enlightenment. So these mudras directly push you to the higher state of consciousness. There are various different mudras which are there, and we will be performing various mudras as we do the Nithyananda yoga. Next, let's move forward to the next important component. The next important component here, which is the fourth component, is bandha. Now, bandha means being able to do something, being conducive to doing something. Now, what happens during a bandha is that you get the power to move the prana shakti in a certain position, into a certain body part, into a certain energy channel. That is what is bandha. Please be clear. We started with the asana, which is the physical posture, which aligns your body to the cosmic geometry. Next, the pranayama, where the breath enters and retains the prana inside. Then you have the mudra that locks this retained prana inside your system. Now, what the bandha does is it channels that retained prana, that retained life energy, prana shakti, into certain roots throughout your body that awaken the various components, various energy centers of your body. Please understand, without bandha, the energy easily dissipates, it leaks out of our body through the various lifestyles and all of that. So what these bandhas do, they are like those bridge between the energy centers in our body and the prana that is coming in. So we channel the energy coming into certain direction. So these are the specific ways through which you can channel the kundalini shakti, the prana shakti into certain ways, certain energy channels that help you awaken to the higher energy. So there are mainly three types of bandhas, okay? Three individual types of bandhas, and then the fourth would be a combination of all the three that we will be practicing through the Sakala Vinyasa Krama that we will be doing. The first and foremost is the Mula Bandha. We'll be doing all of this and demonstrating. We'll be doing it together. First, let's just understand what they are, and then let's do this together. So first and foremost, we're looking at is Mula Bandha, okay? So what exactly is a Mula Bandha? Mula Bandha is the root lock, where at your Mooladhara chakra, you contract the pelvic floor muscles. You pull your perineum, your butt in and up. That is the Mula Bandha. Then you have the Uddiyana Bandha. So in the Uddiyana Bandha, what happens is you pull your stomach in and up once you exhale. Then you have the Jalandhara Bandha, where you bring your chin to the chest and you lock it. And all these three put together are the Mahamudra Bandha. Okay. So now let us look at how to perform these bandhas. We understood that these bandhas are the ways through which you are able to channel these energies into a certain way. So let us now look at how we can perform these bandhas. Okay. So I want every one of you come to a standing position. All of you, please come to a standing position. Yes, all of you come to a standing position. Now, we are going to be performing the Mula Bandha. So, what exactly is the Mula Bandha and how can we perform the Mula Bandha? Okay, so now as all this is a normal standing position, right? So, whenever we stand in a normal position, we look at it from a side view. For most of us, our back will be slouched, it will be forward. So, this is how we are going to be standing. Okay, so it's more like slouched than standing. This is exactly how we are in general. So, what happens is from this position, you're going to pull your butt muscles, your perineum in. Okay, you're just going to tighten. So, when you tighten your butt, right, what happens is your whole core gets engaged, your whole body stabilizes. This is Mula Bandha. It's a very, very simple technique to perform the Mula Bandha. But when you do it, just pulling your butt inward, just contracting your butt, that itself will actually strengthen your muscles. Okay, so let's all try to perform the Mula Bandha. Leave your body loose. Okay, leave your body loose. We're going to try and do this together. Now, contract your perineal muscles, pulling your butt inward, contract it and hold it, and see how your body stabilizes. Just that, how your body stabilizes, cutting down any movement, cutting down any instability, and you're able to just be there. Okay, yes, relax. So this is Mula Bandha. How many of you are able to see the difference? Can you raise your hands? When you pull your butt in, when you tighten your perineal muscles, your body stabilizes. Okay, yes, good. All of you can settle down. Please sit down. So this is the Mula Bandha. Now we are going to repeat the Mula Bandha as we are sitting down also. It's going to be the same as you sit down, whether you're sitting in a cross-leg position, whether you're sitting in Vajrasana, whether you're sitting on your knees, whether you're sitting in Padmasana, either position. Now we are going to repeat the Mula Bandha here. Okay, we are now going to be repeating the Mula Bandha. So in the Mula Bandha, now what we are going to be doing is pulling your perineum up, the same thing that we did while standing. We are repeating the same. Okay, so pull your perineal muscles inward, contracting your butt. And hold it. See how your body is stabilizing. Okay, relax. I think the feed in the Nithyananda Sabha in Antigua and Barbuda is stuck. I request the tech team to please address it. So we can move forward. All the participants in Antigua and Barbuda, are you seeing us sitting or are you seeing us standing? If you're seeing us sitting, can you raise your hands? No. Okay. If you're seeing us standing, can you raise your hands? Okay, I think now it is fixed. Yes, thank you very much. If you're all able to see us, can you all give me a thumbs up? Okay, yes, wonderful. Thank you all. Sorry for the technical issue. So what we saw now is the Mula Bandha. Okay, how many of you understood what the Mula Bandha is? Can you all give me a thumbs up if you all understood what the Mula Bandha is, how to perform the Mula Bandha? It's a very simple one, but very important. Okay. All right, relax. You can drop your hands. So the other aspect of the Mula Bandha is that in predominantly 99% of all the asanas, we will be performing Mula Bandha as the default. Because when we do the asanas, by nature, you will stabilize yourself by performing the Mula Bandha. So Mula Bandha becomes like an important component. So anywhere you feel you need to balance, you need to stabilize, perform the Mula Bandha. Now it's time for us to go to the next bandha. Okay, so the next bandha, all of you can see clearly, is going to be the Jalandhara bandha. So what happens in Jalandhara bandha is, once you inhale, you're going to inhale deeply, and then you're going to bring your chin to the chest, and you're going to lock the breath inside you. Okay, you're just going to bring your chin to the chest. When you do that, the breath is locked inside you. So this is the Jalandhara bandha. We'll show it to you from the side angle as well. You can see how it looks from the side. So as you can see, bring your chin to the chest and lock. This is the Jalandhara bandha. You're looking down, you're not looking straight, you're looking downward. The breath is locked inside you. Relax. Let's do this together. We're going to inhale deeply with our nose, as deep as possible, and lock the breath inside our lungs by bringing our chin to the chest. So inhale deeply and bring your chin to the chest, locking the breath inside you. Hold as comfortably as possible. And slowly release your chin from the chest and exhale through your nose. We're going to repeat this again. Once again, inhale deeply through your nose. Tuck your chin to the chest, locking the breath inside you as you perform the Jalandhara bandha. And hold the breath within. And slowly release your chin from the chest and exhale slowly through your nose. Let's do this once again. Inhale deeply through your nose. And bring your chin to the chest, locking the breath within you. Hold the breath within. And slowly release your chin from the chest and exhale through your nose. And relax. Okay, yes. So how many of you were able to perform the Jalandhara bandha? How many of you now understand what the Jalandhara bandha is? Can you all raise your hands? If you understood how to perform the Jalandhara bandha, can you all raise your hands? Okay, yes. Thank you all. Okay, so this is the Jalandhara bandha. Now we are going to go over to the next one. The next one that we are going to be performing is going to be Uddiyana bandha. Okay, so this is something that we're all going to be spending a little time to understand how to do. So first two were comparatively little easier ones. So here I want every one of you to pay attention as you perform the Uddiyana bandha. So in Uddiyana bandha, what happens is you exhale fully. Listen carefully. First you exhale forcefully through your nose, and then you're going to pull your stomach in and up. As you can see on the screen, exhale forcefully first, and then pull your stomach in and up, pulling your diaphragm all the way in, creating a concave in your stomach. And then slowly relax, where the breath enters back into you. So this is the Uddiyana bandha. See, maybe in the initial phases itself, we might not be able to create a concave, like how we are able to pull it in as deep as possible. But the more and more we do, you will see that you get good with it. So we're going to try this together. All of you place your hands on your stomach. We're going to try and do this together. Okay, place your hands on the stomach. Now inhale deeply. Inhale deeply. Feel the breath filling your lungs all the way to your stomach. Now forcefully exhale the breath and pull your stomach in and up. with the strength. Pull your stomach in and up. Feel your diaphragm going in and up. And then slowly relax, bringing your breath to the normal. We are going to do this together a couple of more times. Okay. Now inhale deeply once again. See, the key here is to exhale forcefully through your nose, so all the air comes out. When all the air comes out, then it's easy. Your body will automatically bend. So that way your stomach can be pulled in and up. Now forcefully exhale your breath, pulling your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha. You can place your hands on your stomach to feel and see how it is going in. And slowly relax, letting the breath in. We're going to repeat this again one last time. Inhale deeply, filling your lungs with the air. Now exhale forcefully through your nose and pull your stomach in and up. Pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha. And slowly relax. Good. How many of you were able to perform the Uddiyana Bandha? See, don't worry, even if it didn't go all the way in. Okay, but you know how to perform it. Can you raise your hands if you got the understanding of how to perform the Uddiyana Bandha? Please raise your hands if you understood how to do it. Okay, good. You can drop your hands. Next comes the Mahamudra Bandha. Now, the Mahamudra Bandha is actually a combination of all of these three bandhas: the Moola Bandha, the Jalandhara Bandha, and then the Uddiyana Bandha. So I'll tell you how to do it. We will show you how to do it, and then we will do it together. So what happens during the Mahamudra Bandha is that first, when we sit in the posture, even let's say the posture that we are sitting in, you're going to be pulling your perineal muscles in, thereby stabilizing your body, entering into the Moola Bandha as a first step. Then during the pranayama, you're going to inhale and bring your chin to the chest, tucking your chin to the chest. You're locking the breath within you into the Jalandhara Bandha, holding as long as possible, as comfortably as possible. Now, you're going to release the bandha and you're going to forcefully exhale the air and then pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha. So from the Jalandhara Bandha, we are now transitioning and moving forward into the Uddiyana Bandha. And then slowly relax, letting the breath in. So this is the Mahamudra Bandha, where all the three bandhas are held. So we begin with the Moola Bandha that stays through the whole time. Then after we inhale, we lock it in Jalandhar Bandha. After we exhale, we lock it in Uddiyana Bandha. Please understand, Uddiyana Bandha is always done after exhalation. Jalandhara Bandha predominantly is done only after inhalation, other than one or two exemptions that will be there specifically. So whenever we perform the Mahamudra Bandha, it is always the breath goes in. After you inhale, you lock it in the Jalandhar Bandha, and then you exhale and then lock into the Uddiyana Bandha. How many of you are understanding this? Please raise your hands if you're understanding how to do it. Okay, good. So let's do this together now. Please sit straight. Sit and pull your perineal muscles in, locking yourself into the Moola Bandha. Locking yourself into the Moola Bandha. Relax with your breathing. Just let the breath go in and out. Inhale and exhale. Okay. Now you're going to inhale deeply. Take a deep breath. And Lock your chin to the chest as you enter and perform the Jalandhara Bandha. Hold the breath. Hold the breath. Now, slowly release the bandha, release your chin from the chest, and exhale forcefully through your nose. And pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha. And hold there. And release, relax. Now, once again, you're going to inhale deeply. We're going to repeat the same thing. This is the Mahamudra Bandha cycle. Let's repeat. Inhale deeply again. Bring your chin to the chest. Lock the breath in the Jalandhara Bandha. Now, release your chin from the chest. Exhale forcefully through your nose. And pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha. And slowly relax. We're going to repeat this one more time. Inhale deeply through your nose. Take the breath all the way in. Bring your chin to the chest, tucking your chin to the chest in the Jalandhara Bandha. And release the Jalandhara Bandha. Bring your chin out and exhale forcefully through your nose. And pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha. Hold there. And slowly relax and inhale. And relax. Bring your breath to normal. How many of you understand how to perform the Mahamudra Bandha? Can you all raise your hands? All of you who understood how to perform the Mahamudra Bandha, please raise your hands. Yes, good. You can drop your hands. How many of you, while doing this, did not have any other thought? You were just doing it. There was nothing else that was going on in you. You were only focused on this. Can you raise your hands? Yes. So that is the power of these bandhas. So when we do this, what happens is that we are creating a bridge to experience the higher states of consciousness, because there is nothing else that is going to go on. And please understand, we are doing this just while sitting. We will be doing these bandhas while doing several different asanas. So this is the fourth component out of the 12 components. So this is the fourth component. Now, let's look at the next component, which is Karana. Now, Paramashiva, as Lord Nataraja, has given the Karanas. Now, what are Karanas? Karanas are the combined movement of the hands and the feet. This is described by Paramashiva in the Natya Shastras, and it involves a beautiful, graceful, synchronized movement of your hands, of your feet, of your hips, your fingers, where the whole body is moving in beautiful grace and alignment with the cosmic geometry. So what these Karanas do is they put you in a higher state of awareness and puts you into that space where you are aware of what is going on around you. So there are 108 Karanas that are described by Paramashiva himself in the Natya Shastras. Many of you would have seen these 108 Karanas in various temples, especially the Indian temples, South Indian temples. You will see a lot of these on the pillars, on the walls of temples, where Paramashiva has described these Karanas. So the fifth component of the Nithyananda Yoga is Karana. So we will be performing the various Karanas which are there. Now, the sixth component. From here, we are going to be entering into the more subtler components of the yoga. Till here, whatever we did, till the fifth component, everything is more physical. There is gross level of doing it, physically you're doing it. From here, enters into the more subtler components of the yoga. The first we did asana, then we did pranayama, then we did the mudras, we did the bandhas, and then finally we did the karanas. So with these five, all the physical movements are done. Now from here, the deeper components, starting with visualization. Please understand clearly, when you are actually doing the yoga, what you are doing and what happens in your body is something much deeper. The muscles, the muscle memory in your muscles are open, being reprogrammed. Now, why do we live the way we live? Why do we do things the way we do? Why are we addicted, or why are we in a certain mindset? That is because it has become part of our muscle memory. So your body inherently knows how you respond, how you react, what you need to do. So while doing the yoga, you have the time to reprogram your muscles, reprogram your muscle memory. That is where the visualization comes in. So what you visualize, the qualities that you visualize, what goes on inside you, that programs your muscles and changes your muscle memory. Whether it is you feeling lazy to wake up in the morning, whether you have issues with your anger, where you react, where you fight back with life, whatever it may be, it is because it is programmed into your muscle memory. Now, while doing the yoga, the body opens up to build a new muscle memory. So these visualizations directly change those muscle memories. We'll be visualizing various different things that Paramashiva describes. When we go through those, all those different qualities of those visualizations become part of us. So that is the visualization, the sixth component. Next, we are going to the seventh component. The seventh component is japa. And please understand, the japa is actually an internal chanting where you are going to not externally chant the japa, but you're going to visualize that japa. We will be chanting as acharyas, we will be chanting. You are going to visualize that revolving around in your throat in a circular way. Please understand. Generally, when we do the japa, we externally chant the mantras, right? But here, what we are doing is the ajapa ajapa. So as acharyas, we will be chanting the japa, and you will visualize that mantra, that japa, going, the Sanskrit words revolving in your throat center. So this becomes an important component because it energizes our entire Vishuddhi chakra. And for all of us to know, the Vishuddhi chakra is literally the storehouse of our energy. So when we energize our Vishuddhi chakra, and as we wear the Rudraksha, all of us will be getting the Kanta Rudraksha if you do not already have. So this energizes the Rudraksha, which throughout the day gives you the energy. So that is the japa, the seventh component of the Nithyananda yoga. Now there are various different japas that we will be doing. Some of the japas through the whole time that we will be doing. One is Soham Shivoham Sada Shivoham. Now, while I am chanting these japas, I want every one of you to sit straight, close your eyes, and I want you to see the verbalization. When I am chanting the japa, see that mantra revolving in your throat center. It can be in any language, in any script of yours. See that mantra, that japa revolving in your throat center. Sit straight, close your eyes. Soham Shivoham Sada Shivoham Mahasada सदाशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्दोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द महासदाशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् सोऽहम् शिवोऽहम् सदाशिवोऽहम् महासदाशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्दोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द महासदाशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् Slowly open your eyes. How many of you were able to visualize the mantra, the japa rotating in your throat center? Can you all raise your hands? And how many of you felt that the japa in itself puts you into a state of just being there? Like it does not allow you to wander away somewhere. It brings you physically into that space of awareness. Can you raise your hands? Yes, good. So this is the japa. Now we are going to go over to the next component. So the next component is chanting, mantra. So what we do during the mantra is that we chant the original verses of Paramashiva. Please understand. The original verses that Paramashiva reveals in the various agamas, we will be chanting those Sanskrit mantras as is. So you will be listening to them. The japa is for you to visualize in your throat center, and the mantra is for you to listen to it. So when we utter the Sanskrit words, each Sanskrit syllable itself has the power to awaken the various components of our brain. There are various researches that are done in various universities and various research centers that very clearly prove these Sanskrit syllables, Sanskrit sounds have the direct impact on your brain. So they awaken your brain directly. So when we chant the verses that Paramashiva reveals about that particular verse, so what happens is it directly connects you, your brain, maps your brain to the frequency of Paramashiva when he revealed it, and raises the very state of your awareness to them. So every single asana that we will be doing has the direct verses that are revealed by Paramashiva. So we will be doing those. You will just be listening. So the mantra is for you to listen as you do the asana. Okay, so this is the 8th component. So now we are moving forward to the next component, which is the additional weights. So the 9th component is the weights. So long before the modern day bodybuilding, weightlifting, and all of that, Paramashiva describes using weights as a component to raise the Kundalini Shakti, where in multiple different poses, as we do, as we move forward, see, in the initial phases, we are only going to be learning how to do the basic asanas, means how to perform the asanas properly. Once we are able to stabilize ourselves, once we are able to get to doing it properly, then we will start adding weights. So in the upcoming various different parts of the Nithyananda Yoga, we will be teaching every one of you to use weights in various different components. So using these weights, more than your body weight itself, using additional weights, they are used as a methodology to raise the Kundalini Shakti. Even as simple as you having jeta pulls the various parts of the head, right? The skull. It pulls, awakening the Kundalini Shakti. That is the reason if you see all of us have the Jata. Jata is described by Paramashiva in the Agamas, not just as an attire, not just as the way for us to live, but he describes very clearly how these Jatas, when they add this additional weight, when they pull your head backward, that awakens the various non-mechanical components of your brain. So like these, we will be adding additional weights when we perform. So this is the 9th component. Then we have the next component, which is the mandala. So mandala is the representation of the cosmos itself. And we'll be having the various mandala processes that we'll be going through. At the same time, we'll also be receiving the yantra, the Sri yantra, that all of us will be getting, and we will be placing them on our yoga mat. So what happens is that the very space where we are sitting becomes a source of energy. So that is the yantra. We'll also be visualizing certain yantras during certain poses. So the yantra is a cosmic geometry that maps where you are, the physical space where you are, to the cosmic geometry. Then we are going to the 10th component. Sorry, we are going to the 11th component, which is going to be the abharana. Abharana is jewelry. Now, the jewelry is not just worn for decorative purposes, but everything has a spiritual significance. Whether it is gold, whether it is silver, whether it is rudraksha, all of these have various different components of directly connecting us with Paramashiva. That is where the rudraksha is a very, very important component. All of us will be wearing the Kanta rudraksha. What happens is that the Kanta rudraksha, once energized during the yoga, it serves as a constant recharge, as a battery for us throughout the entire day. So Paramashiva reveals about the Rudraksha. Rudraksha is literally Paramashiva's blissful tears. And the tears, the blissful tears of ecstasy that rolled out from Paramashiva's eyes when they landed on planet Earth, those are Rudrakshas. So wearing the Rudraksha, the Kanta Rudraksha, is a very important component, because throughout the entire day, see, yoga is like a recharge. You'll be charging yourself. Now, throughout the entire day, the Rudraksha is what is going to keep the energy flowing throughout your body. And same way, the Sundaravadam, which is the earrings, the Rudraksha earrings, the Rudraksha, Kanta Rudraksha, which is your the Rudraksha on your throat. Like these, there are various abharanas that we will be receiving throughout the program that is energized by Swamiji himself. So here is the Rudrakshas, which is the abharana. And the 12th component, the last component, is Aushada. Aushadas are the sacred alchemies, the signs that Paramashiva reveals in the Siddha tradition. This is a combination of various herbs and various different medicines that are there. There are two components of Aushadas. One, that you eat, okay, that you take in to your system. The other is that you apply on top of you. Even as simple as applying the kumkum on your third eye, right? So what happens when you apply the kumkum on your third eye is that it decalcifies your third eye. The kumkum is nothing but processed turmeric. And again, once again, there are thousands of studies that show how the turmeric detoxes you. So applying the turmeric, the Jnananjana, the Vibhuti, all of these will be given at different points in time. So these Aushadas together directly detox our body, prepare us to receive these higher energies in our life. So all of these put together are the 12 different components of the Nithyananda Yoga, starting all the way from the asanas till the Aushada, starting from the more physical and gross levels, moving in towards the more subtle and subtle components is the Nithyananda Yoga. So now we are all going to be entering into the sankalpa. So every day before we start and before we enter into the Nithyananda Yoga, we will be performing the sankalpa. Now, the whole Nithyananda Yoga itself is a ritual. Paramashiva clearly tells yoga is a ritual. So when we perform the sankalpa, what we do is we invoke and create a conscious resolution of what we want in our life. So it's not just physical health, mental health, no, but it is deeper than that, to experience the divine grace of Swamiji, to experience the oneness of Swamiji, to raise our physical geometry, our body, to align that from here to the highest states of the cosmic geometry. So let us now sit straight. We are going to be performing the sankalpa. We are going to be chanting the sankalpa mantra, creating the conscious resolution. Please sit straight. Now, generally, before we begin the sankalpa, we will be doing the tattvachamanam, which is the ritualistic cleansing process. So all of you also will be given the puja kits. You'll be receiving the diksha. So we will be doing the ritualistic cleansing process, the tattvachamanam, after which it will be followed by the sankalpa. We will show you how to do today. Those of you who have the panchapatram and the uddharni with water, you can follow along. The rest of you, as we provide, you can then get that and you can do and follow along. Let us now first begin with the tattvachamanam. Now, keeping your right hand in the Gokarna Mudra, as the Acharya is demonstrating, take an uddharni of water, spoon of water into your right palm, and then sip the water from the base of the right palm as we chant the following mantra. Om Atmatattvam Shodhayami Svadha. Please take another uddharni of water and sip along the mantra. Om Vidyatattvam Shodhayami Svadha. Please take another uddharni of water and sip along with the mantra. Om Shivatattvam Shodhayami Svadha. Please wash your hands in the uddharni of water. Base of the right thumb, wipe your lips twice from the right to the left. Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. Again, wash your hand. With the index, middle, and ring fingers joined together, touch a little above the upper lip and below the lower lip. Again, wash your hand. With the tip of the index finger and thumb joined together, touch the right nostril, the left nostril. With the ring finger and thumb joined together, touch the right eye, the left eye, the right ear, and then the left ear. Again, wash your hand. With the little finger and thumb joined together, touch the navel center, the right chest, the left chest. Now, with all the 5 fingers joined together, touch the top of the head, the right shoulder, the left shoulder, and then the heart center. And then again wash your hand. So this is the ritualistic cleansing process that Paramashiva describes as the Tattvachamanam in the Agamas. Next, we are going to be entering into the Sankalpa, which is a conscious resolution. So whenever we create a Sankalpa, a conscious resolution, the very power of the Sankalpa itself will manifest the results that we wish and want to have through performing that particular action, in which case here is the Nithyananda Yoga. So all of you sit straight. You are now going to clasp your left hand with your right. Okay. Place your right hand on top of your left and place it on your right thigh. Place it on your right thigh. From here, we are now going to be entering into the Sankalpa.
Om Mamopata Samasta Duridakshaya Dwara Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartham श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव प्रीत्यर्थं च शुभे शोभने मुहूर्ते अद्य ब्रह्मणः द्वितीय परार्धे श्री श्वेतवराहकल्पे वैवस्वतमन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे नित्ययुगे प्रथमे पादे जम्बूद्वीपे भारतवर्षे भरतखण्डे मेरोः दक्षिणे पार्श्वे शकाब्धे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यवहारिके प्रभवादीनां षष्ट्याः संवत्सराणां मध्ये विश्वावसुनाम संवत्सरे उत्तरायणे लक्ष्मीवेङ्कटेश्वर ऋतु मिथुनमासे शुक्लपक्षे षष्ठ्यां शुभतिथौ मंगलवासरयुक्तायाम् उत्तरफल्गुणी नक्षत्र व्यतिपातयोग तैतिलकरण एवं गुणविशेषण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ श्री कैलासोन्नत द्वादशांत श्यामला पीठारूढ़ श्री मीनाक्षी सुंदरेश्वराभिन्न स्वरूप परशिवपुत्र रत्नकुमार गुरुमन्यतुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यपान लब्ध दिव्य ज्ञान विश्रुत सकल निगमागमसारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत् परमशिव करुणा समधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयाण गीयमान छत्र चामर श्री चिन्ह काहलादि समस्त बिरदावल्यलंकृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संग सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा व्ययापवर्ग वर्ष श्राणजीमूत परमतकलभ केसरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु क्षपण शाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणानर्हार्ह ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमत् ऋषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्तृ सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्यवाचक स्वामिनाम अवतारभूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ तृणवद्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रचित कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्त्र साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वत मनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणि साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणी पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरु श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रीलश्री भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थं तेषां पादारविन्दयोः भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थं गुरुकृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थं क्षेमस्थैर्य वीर्य विजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्यानाम् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष चतुर्विध बल पुरुषार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थं समस्त दुरितोपशान्त्यर्थं समस्त मंगल अवाप्त्यर्थं भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञान वैराग्य जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थं पूर्ण आरोग्य युक्त दृढ़गात्र यौगिक शरीर सिद्ध्यर्थं परमशिव शक्ति आविष्करणार्थं नित्यानंद योगाभ्यासं करिष्ये. Now please wash your hand with an uddarni of water. Om apa upasprishya.
So, that was the sankalpa. the conscious resolution. Now, once we finish the conscious resolution, we will be moving forward into the Nithyananda Yoga. So the first thing that we are going to be beginning with is going to be the skeleton dance. So this is one of the important components that helps every one of us. Physically, it wakes us up, and in a deeper way, it directly brings integrity into our system. So I request every one of you to please stand up on your mats. All of you, please stand up on your mats, come to standing position. So we are going to be entering into the skeleton dance. So what we are going to do during the skeleton dance, we are going to visualize ourselves as just bones, okay? Just a skeleton, no muscles, nothing else. We're just going to visualize ourselves as a skeleton in our inner space. And we are going to start shaking ourselves. We're going to start moving our hands, our legs, our neck in all various directions possible without any standard way or an organized way of doing it. You're going to be chaotic. You're going to move your hands, legs, hips, every single joint of your body in every single direction that is there. So we will be doing this to get ourselves up and ready. So now we are going to be beginning the skeleton dance. You're going to first start walking forward and backward on your mat. Slowly start off by shaking your hands. Start walking forward and backward on your mat. Shake your hands out. Shake your legs out. Just make sure you do not, by mistake, hit somebody while doing it. So now we are going to be starting the skeleton dance. We'll be playing a song for every one of us. We'll be doing it for a couple of minutes. So you're going to start shaking your hands and legs completely. Let us now enter into the skeleton dance. Let's begin. Shake it up. Lift your hips. Last few seconds, go faster, go faster. stop. Stop wherever you are. Stand still. Stand still without any movement. Leave your hands by the sides of your hips. Inhale and exhale deeply through your nose. Inhale deeply. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale deeply. Feel your entire body. Radiating heat, radiating energy. Feel the blood coursing through your veins. Feel the tips of your fingers. Pulsating with energy. Slowly, you can open your eyes and settle down. All of you can settle down. Yes. So from here, we are now going to be entering into the Nithyananda Yoga, the Prathama Vinyasa Krama. Okay, so today we are going to be starting with the Prathama Vinyasa Krama. Every day we'll be continuing from where we leave, moving forward step by step. Starting first with the Prathama Vinyasa Krama. The first asana that all of us are going to be performing is going to be Sukhasana. In Sukhasana, sit in a comfortable cross-legged position. Please sit in a comfortable cross-legged position. Sit in a cross-legged position. Now sit straight Head, neck and spine in a straight line. Now, bring the index and thumb fingers together in the Bindu Mudra and place them on top of your knees. Place them on top of your knees. Index and thumb together. Place them on top of your knees. Sit straight. We are now going to be performing the Samana Kumbhaka, the pranayama, which is the Samana Kumbhaka. You're going to inhale deeply through your nose and visualize the breath that is entering you, awakening the fire at your navel center, awakening the Jataragni in your navel center. Inhale deeply and exhale deeply. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. Now, along with this, we are going to be performing the Mahamudra Bandha. So, in the Mahamudra Bandha, you're going to inhale. As you inhale, then you're going to lock the breath in you in the Jalandhara Bandha. And once you exhale, you'll pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha. Now, visualize Paramashiva in your inner space, blessing you.
युक्तम् अशक्तस्तत्समाचरेत् आसनं विजितं येन जितं तेन जगत्त्रयम्
Internal japa. Slowly relax. So this is actually one yoga, means one yoga asana that we did with the various different components that are there. So we did the asana, we did the mudra, we have the visualization, we have the pranayama, we have the bandha, we have the japa, and we have the mantra. Now, the next asana, so the sequence of asanas will be going like this, one towards the next, one after the other. So the next one that we are now going to be performing is going to be Parvatasana. So in Parvatasana, you're now going to bring your feet into Padmasana. So for that, first, all of you stretch both your feet. Stretch both your feet forward. All of you, please stretch both your feet forward. Stretch your feet forward. Now from here, take your right foot, okay, and place it on your left thigh. Please take your right foot and place it on your left thigh. Now, take your left foot and place it on your right thigh. If you're not able to lift it all the way and place it on your left thigh, you can place it under your left knee. This is Ardha Padmasana. Try to sit in Padmasana. If you're not able to place your leg in Padmasana, then you can place it in Ardha Padmasana. Okay. So this is Padmasana. Now, from the Padmasana position, You are now going to be raising your hands up. Raise your hands up all the way up towards the sky. Joining your hands above your head. As you raise your hand into Parvatasana. Head, neck and spine in a straight line. Stretch it out nicely. You're going to raise all the way up and visualize yourself as a mountain, Mount Kailasa, in your inner space. Continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka, inhaling through your nose and visualizing the breath awakening the Jataragni, the fire in your navel center, along with the Mahamudra Bandha. So that means you're going to inhale. Visualize the breath awakening the Jataragni. Lock the breath inside you in the Jalandhara Bandha. Hold. And then forcefully exhale the breath and pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha. As you continue to be seated in the same position, and then relax and inhale again. Have the internal japa, Soham.
अथवक्षे महादेव पर्वतासनमङ्गलं यत्कृत्वा स्थिररूपी स्यात् षट्चक्रादिविलोपनम्.
Relax slowly. You can drop your hands. So this was Parvatasana. Next, we are going to be entering into the next asana. The next asana is going to be Halipavasana. In Halipavasana, you're going to be stretching your feet out in front of you. Please stretch both your feet out. Stretch both your feet out in front of you. Now, from this position, bring your feet together, slightly bending your knees. Bring the soles of your feet together, slightly bending your knees. So by doing this, you are actually having a diamond. So your feet is in the shape of a diamond, okay? Your feet, your soles are together, heels are together, knees are slightly bent. Now, from this position, you're going to be bending forward and down, bringing your forehead all the way towards the ground, behind your heels. So your heels are there, behind the heels, you're going to get your head, your forehead, and interlock your hands behind your back. Interlock your hands behind your back and hold down in this position. Just breathe. Hold down. If you feel your hamstrings, your thighs, your back stretching, allow it. Wherever you feel the discomfort, sit in that position. And breathe in there. Continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka. As you inhale, you're going to be visualizing the breath awakening the Jataragni. Now, while doing this, visualize Swamiji in your inner space and the internal japa, Soham.
पूरव विधिजाहु में जानो उभय पगथले संपुटठानो पिष्टपथे दो वो करल्यावो दक्षिण करसो वाम कहावो.
Now slowly raise up. Slowly raise up. We are next going to be moving into Nagi Pavasana. So similar to what we did now, instead of locking our hands at the back, we are going to be placing our hands in front of us. So once again, you're going to bend forward and down. Your feet in the same position, bend forward and down, bringing your forehead behind your heels. Stretch your hands out in front of you, cupping your hands onto the ground. Cup your hands and place your hands on the ground in front of you and try to bend down, bringing your forehead in the gap behind your heels. All the acharyas, please assist the participants to bend forward and down. Kailasa Kashi, male team, bend down and hold. Hold the position. Continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale through your nose. Visualize the breath awakening, the Jataragni, the fire in the navel center, and then slowly exhale through your nose. Visualize yourself as a snake in your inner space with the internal japa. Soham.
पूरव विधि परियागाने नीचौ हौवी कहूनी फणास्यौ लगाजी हाथ आगाने धरती लगावे पसारी दो वो हाथ की अंजुली करे.
Slowly come back to a seating position. The next asana that we are going to be doing is going to be Kokilasana. So in Kokilasana, first from this position, you're going to bend your knees and you're going to hold on to your respective toes with your index and thumb finger. So you're going to hold on to your respective toes with your index and thumb finger. Now once you hold on to it, you're going to lift the feet and stretch it up, and from here you're going to get your feet into Padmasana. So the right foot you're going to pull it onto your left thigh, and the left foot you're going to pull it on your right thigh. Okay, once you come to this position, you're going to drop your elbow onto the ground, and stay down. We'll show this to you once again, those of you who did not catch how to do it. So from the stretched out position, you're going to bend your knees, hold on to your toes with your index and middle finger. This is called the Prana Mudra. Okay, so whenever we tell the Prana Mudra, this is the Prana Mudra. Your index and middle finger holding on to your toes. So hold on to your toes, lift them up into the air. From here, bend the right leg, placing the right foot on the left thigh, and bring the left foot on the right thigh, and bend forward and down, bringing your elbows onto the ground. If you're not able to enter into the Padmasana, even with one leg which you're able to pull, you're just going to pull one leg and bend down. Bend down and hold. In this position, you're going to visualize yourself as a bird in your inner space with the internal japa. Soham.
अथान्यदासनं वक्ष्ये येन सिद्धो भवेन्नरः अकस्मात् वायुसञ्चारं कोकिलाख्यासनेन च.
Relax slowly, come back to a seated position. Now you can drop the left foot at the bottom of the right knee, entering into Ardha Padmasana. Please sit in the Ardha Padmasana position. Now stretch your hands in front of you. Please stretch your hands in front of you. Hold on to the opposite elbows. Please hold on to the opposite elbows. Now from here, you're going to make round circles with your hand. First in the clockwise and then the anti-clockwise direction. So you're going to rotate your hands nice and round. Stretch to the sides as you're rotating it. You're going to rotate the clockwise direction, and after that in the anti-clockwise direction. Now continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale through your nose. Visualize the breath awakening the fire in your navel center, the Jataragni. Now visualize Swamiji in your inner space and the internal japa. Soham.
घोड़ा बाबा पाद की आशमाहिली सोयम दक्ष चरण को बार लौता परिगुल्फ समोयम वाम पाद को माहिलो बहुरव गुल्फ जजानम तापरि घोड़ा दक्ष की आश बार लीठानम.
Relax. Now we are going to be entering into Gajasana. So you're going to press your hands and foot on the ground and lift your hips high up towards the sky. So your hands on the ground, your feet on the ground. You're now going to push your hips all the way up towards the sky. Try to keep your knees straight without bending and try to press your heels onto the ground. Look at the gap between your feet. All of you push your butt up towards the sky. Stretch down and push the butt up towards the sky. As we perform the Gajasana. Now from this position you're going to be scooping yourself forward and down and coming up again. As you can see on the screen, you're going to scoop down and come up. Scoop down and then raise up as you're doing. You're going to be visualizing yourself as an elephant drinking water from a lake as you perform the Gajasana. And the internal japa, Soham.
न्युब्जं पादाग्रे भूमौ कृत्वा लम्बी भूया मस्तकाग्रे निधाय नितम्बम् ऊर्ध्वमुन्नमय्य नाभिलक्ष्यं भूमौ नासिकामानीय हस्ततलपर्यन्तं नयेत् इत्थं पुनः पुनः कुर्यात् गजासनं भवति.
Slowly drop onto your knees, relax for a few moments. So what we did now is Gajasana. The next asana we are going to be entering into is going to be Rikshasana. So it's going to be what we did earlier. We're going to get back into the Gajasana position, placing your hands in front, going back. Now instead of scooping down, you're going to be walking your feet in the same position. So 1 foot at a time, you're going to raise one heel off the ground and then place the other on the ground. So you're going to walk in the same position as you are as you perform Rikshasana. Let us all enter into Rikshasana. Walk your feet. Please place your feet together. All of you place your feet together. Feet are together. And walk in the same position. Toes remain firmly planted on the ground and you're switching the heels one after the other. You're going to visualize yourself as a bear in your inner space as you perform Rikshasana. And the internal japa, Soham.
एकैकं पादमाकुञ्च गजासनं कुर्यात् रक्षासनं भवति.
Relax. The next asana we are going to be performing is going to be Vaishyasana. So from here you're going to come to a standing position. Stand up on your mat. Come to a standing position. Now we are going to balance ourselves. So first bring your awareness and enter into the Moola Bandha. So tighten your perineum, pulling your butt in and up. Tighten your perineal muscles. Now bring your hands in front of your heart. Bring your hands in front of your heart. As you can see, the 3 middle fingers, which is your index, middle and ring finger, are touching your heart center of both your hands. Now from here you're going to raise yourself up on top of your toes. So you're going to lift your heels off the ground, raise yourself up, look at one point in front of you, gaze at a point in front of you, balance yourself. Balance yourself as you perform the Vaishyasana. Continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka. If by mistake your heel drops, you're again going to raise back. Bring your feet together. Your feet are together and then go on top of your toes. Feet together and then lift onto your toes. Continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale and visualize the breath, awakening the Jataragni. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space with the internal japa. Soham.
केशेन पादयुगलं बद्ध्वा तिष्ठेत अधोमुखः अथ वैश्यावक्षे यत्कृत्वा सत्यवान् भवेत्.
Slowly, you can drop your heels to the ground. Good. So now we are going to be entering into a Karana. We are going to be performing the Urdhva Janu Karana now. So first and foremost, for us to enter into the Karana, we are going to be entering into a position called the Aramandi position. So we'll be demonstrating how to perform the Aramandi position. All of us are going to be entering into the Aramandi position. First, bring your feet together, stand together, feet together. Now with your feet together, open your toes outward. Your heels are together, now toes are pointing outward. Okay, toes are pointing outward. Hands by the sides of your hips. Hands by the sides of your hips. Now you're going to bend your knees slightly. Bend your knees to the side slightly. Place your hands on top of your hips. So this is the Aramandi position. Now from here, we are going to be entering into the Urdhva Janu Karana. Now bring your hands parallel to the chest. Bring your hands in front of your chest parallel to the ground. As you can see, knees continue to be bent, hands parallel to the ground, palms facing down, palms facing down. Now from here, you're going to lift one hand and rotate it to the side as you do with the same foot. So take it all the way to one side and then repeat it on the other. Remember, you got to do this with grace, with beautiful motion. Roll your hands left and then to the right. Whenever you come back to the position, you're coming down to the Aramandi position. Remember to keep your knees slightly bent and relax. So this is the Urdhva Janu Karana. The next asana we are now going to perform is going to be the Balalingasana. Now for Balalingasana, you are now going to be standing straight, feet together. Now from here, raise your right leg towards your chest. Raise your right leg towards your chest. Interlock your fingers from inside. Hold on to your knee and pull it all the way up towards your chest. Hold on to your knee and pull it all the way up towards your chest. Toe pointing down towards the ground. Yes, hold the position, try to balance yourself here. Now you're going to visualize yourself caressing a baby. Visualize yourself carrying a baby and the internal japa Soham.
एकं जानु उरसि आलिङ्ग्य स्थातव्यं बाललिङ्गनं भवति.
Now relax and drop the feet on the ground. Generally, when we are doing this asana, for example, this specific asana has the Samana Kumbhaka as pranayama and the Mahamudra Bandha. But since we are just beginning and we are focusing on the asana, we are not yet doing the Samana Kumbhaka because we will not be able to do, at least the majority of the group. So we'll be doing more subtler components. So once we are able to balance ourselves, once we're able to get ourselves into these various positions which are there. But the asana itself has the Mahamudra Bandha as well. So now let's go to the next asana. The next asana that we are going to be performing is going to be the Pada Pidanasana. We are now going to be entering into Pada Pidanasana. Now the right foot which you lifted up towards your chest, you are now going to pull it behind you. So you're going to hold on to your toes, interlock your hands around your toes and pull your right foot as close as possible towards your butt. Make sure that your knees are as close as possible. Pull your feet up towards you and balance. Look at one point in front of you. Balance yourself. Bring your knees together. Try to get your knees together and balance. Now you're going to visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka and the internal japa. Soham.
स्थित्वैकस्मिन् पादतले कराभ्यां वेष्टयेत्तनुं पृष्ठे संस्थाप्य यत्नेन पादपीडनमासनम्.
Slowly relax. So the next asana we are now going to be performing is going to be Natarajasana. So for Natarajasana, now with the foot that was at the back, which is your right foot, you are now going to be getting yourself back into the Pada Pidanasana. So you're going to bend your right foot backward. So this position from here, you're going to hold on to it with your right hand, and then with your left hand you're going to stretch the left hand forward, bend forward and lift your right leg towards the back. Okay, so you're going to bend forward, stretching your left hand forward and pulling your right leg up towards the sky. Holding yourself in this position. Look at one point in front of you so you are able to gaze at one point and stabilize yourself into Natarajasana. We will do this together. Let's do this together. Okay, every one of you enter into the Pada Pidanasana. So you're going to bend your right knee. Bend your right knee. Pulling your right foot to as close as possible towards your butt. Hold on to it with your right hand. Now, once you balance yourself here, then slowly bend forward, stretching a left hand in front of you and stretching your right leg above. Visualize yourself as Lord Nataraja in your inner space and the internal japa. Soham.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
And slowly relax. Relax. Now we are going to be entering into the Shavasana. All of you, please lay down on your mat, lay down on your back. So tomorrow we will be continuing from where we left. Please lay down on your back. Place your hands by the side of your hips. Just inhale and exhale. slowly bring your awareness back to your body. Slowly move your toes, your fingers. Bring your knees, bend your knees, bring them towards your chest. And roll yourself from the left to right. Roll yourself from the left to right. And slowly come back to a seated position. With that, we are coming towards the conclusion of the Nithyananda Yoga for the day. We will be every day repeating this. We'll be moving forward from one to the next every day. Let us now bring our hands in front of our heart and end with the Purna Mantra, offering our gratitude to Swamiji. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashivapadukarpanamastu Om Nithyanandam. Thank you all. We'll now be moving to the next segment and the further announcements will be made. Thank you everybody. Nithyanandam.
Around 5,000 years ago, at the end of Mahabharata,